from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
I try and keep like the presidential part like anonymous because people are like, oh, I love them, oh, I hate them.
If you're the parent of a college student in North Dakota that has a scholarship, then you need a heads up. Your student could lose their money just by voting. Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. Mike and Andrea have the night off. This all has to do with where they are officially registered to live. Valley News Team's Bradford Eric investigates and explains what you need to know.
Are you planning to vote? Great! Voting in North Dakota is as easy as pie.
Remember these ads from a few years ago? For North Dakota University students, it might not be that easy. If you cast a ballot somewhere other than your registered residence, there's a chance you could lose any scholarships with residency requirements.
No, I didn't even hear about that. I guess I didn't know.
Oh, I was actually not aware that, I'm a North Dakota resident. I live in Minnesota, but I wasn't aware that I could potentially lose scholarship money. I wasn't even aware of that.
And other students I spoke with didn't know about it either. It has to do with requirements like this one. The person must live within 100 miles of Fargo. Casting a vote in a location other than what's on your driver's license can be considered as you living in that location. You received this scholarship within 100 miles of Fargo. Should you vote in, say, Dickinson, you could be forfeiting those requirements. Bradford Eric, Valley News Live.
We've posted information from the North Dakota University System online, along with links to what students should know before voting. Just click on this story at valleynewslive.com. A man charged in connection with a standoff in Thief River Falls last weekend is back on the street after posting bail. 46-year-old Michael Nelson is charged with felony domestic assault by strangulation and 2 misdemeanor counts of assault. Nelson allegedly choked his girlfriend and her friend. Then he barricaded himself inside his home when police arrived on the scene. Nelson was already facing a charge of trying to burn his son with lighter fluid. Moorhead police are looking for multiple suspects in a home invasion that happened this morning. It started around 3:30 at an apartment complex in the 1100 block of Bellesley Boulevard. 2 brothers were inside. One was hurt when he slipped from a 3rd-floor balcony trying to escape from the burglars. The victims say they didn't see any weapons, and the man left without taking anything. Police are trying to figure out if the victims knew the suspects, but so far, no arrests have been made. A crime wave in Mahnomen County has netted thieves tens of thousands of dollars in cash. More than a dozen farmsteads and bars in Mahnomen County and connecting Clearwater and Becker counties have been hit in recent weeks. Here in Bijou, just north of Mahnomen, early Saturday morning, thieves used a stolen pickup to back right through the wall of a lean-to tavern. They took $17,000 cash from the safe.
And then they proceeded through the building. They stole were in the process of stealing my gun safe, and they ended up getting the gun safe open and stole the bags of cash in it.
Thieves also stole another $15,000 from the Ruffed Grouse Roadhouse on the eastern side of the county. Sheriff Doug Creer isn't giving any details, but he says they have 1 suspect in custody and their eyes on others. More than a dozen other farmsteads around the region also have been burglarized. 4 people are dead after a crash in northwestern North Dakota. A highway patrol says those who died were in a car that failed to stop at an intersection just east of Newtown last night. The driver and 3 passengers were killed, and the 5th passenger was seriously hurt. All were in their 20s and from Mandaree, North Dakota. The 2 people in the other car were okay. Police plan to release the victims' names tomorrow. We now know the name of the teen killed in a 2-car crash in Norman County. 16-year-old Carter Peterson of Ada was driving on County Road 39 on Sunday when he crossed in front of another car going north on Highway 9. Peterson was hit on the driver's side. Both cars then rolled over and Peterson's caught on fire. The other driver, 20-year-old Ethan Stensgaard of Enderlin, North Dakota, was hurt in the crash. No word yet on any charges. However, the State Patrol says troopers did detect alcohol on Stensgaard after the crash. We saw some sprinkles on and off today, but will we see any more precipitation tonight? Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson. Hutch?
Thanks so much, Christine. If you're in the Southern Valley, it does look like a fair bet that we'll see another round of passing showers, maybe a couple of rumbles of thunder making their way into the Cass County area right now, at least the southern reaches of which. Lisbon and points north towards the Tower City area, seeing some moderate to heavy rain. The good news is it's fast-moving shower activity. It'll only rain for about 10 minutes or so, but it could briefly be heavy. Central and eastern Otter Tail County seeing some moderate rainfall making its way over the area as well. Cold air to the north and west is heading our way. Hold on to those 50s because it's going to be much cooler in our planning forecast. For this evening, 50s, light winds, passing showers. After 7, I think it clears out of the area, and we'll enjoy quiet but cool conditions overnight. I'll have details on how long that cold air sticks around, how cold it gets, and when we do warm back up again.
All right. Thanks so much, Hutch.
You bet.
And as a reminder, you can stay up to date on the weather conditions where you are anytime on your smartphone or tablet. Just download the Storm Team weather app so you can get the latest weather conditions and even follow that radar live. Search VNL Weather in the App Store. The Winona County Sheriff says the body of a missing Winona State University student from Minnesota was pulled from the Mississippi River just before 10 this morning. 19-year-old Chuck Woodity Ungala was last seen on October 7th when security cameras captured him walking near the Winona State University Library. Divers and first responders located Ungala's body after getting a call from a resident near Homer who saw something in the water near their home. The Daily News says his body was brought to the Olmsted County Medical Examiner's office for an autopsy. North Dakota Democrats told reporters today they haven't been following the Project Veritas revelations or the WikiLeaks scandals involving the Clinton campaign. Members of the party called a press conference today to push back against Donald Trump's comments about women from almost 2 weeks ago. But when asked about the emails by the Clinton campaign that talked about Catholics in demeaning terms, Democratic legislator Kylie Overson said she had not been following the story. Overson said she's concerned that the political discourse is no longer about issues affecting the state. Senator John Hoeven announced the U.S. Department of Agriculture has awarded the North Dakota Department of Agriculture with more than $2.5 million to support the state's specialty crops industry. The funding will support 28 projects to research and develop specialty crops. Senator Hoeven says these funds will help diversify and even strengthen crop production, while also improving methods used to bring the products to market. The grants will benefit North Dakota organizations and agencies working to develop and produce specialty crops, including North Dakota State University. If you're looking for a job, there's a hiring event happening this Friday for a new grocery store that's coming to Fargo. Discount supermarket chain Aldi will be hosting a hiring event at the Holiday Inn on 13th Avenue in Fargo. It will be from 9 in the morning until 5 p.m. They're looking to hire some manager trainees. There's no word yet on all these stores in North Dakota, but one just opened in Fergus Falls. Soup's on in Moorhead, and it's all for a good cause. St. Joseph's Catholic Church is hosting an all-you-can-eat soup and bread event tonight. It's already started, but it goes until 7:30, and all of the proceeds go to help the Dorothy Day House's Emergency Shelter and Food Pantry. Kids can eat for just $10, college students at $15, and adults can eat for $20. Later on Valley News Live at 6, a brand new way to play the game of soccer for area 5th graders. That's still ahead tonight.
A few showers and rumbles of thunder roaming through the Southern Valley, southern parts of Cass County, and also for neighbors in Ransom County. Some moderate to heavy rain heading towards Leonard. Your hour-by-hour forecast says cold air will take hold. I'll have details right after this.
You're watching Valley News Live on TV, online, and on the go. Always on, wherever you are, whenever you need to know. Valley News Live.